I'm glad to be here, and to be honest, I didn't know that we are part of the business area, difficult word, Ubiquitos. But it seems, after hearing the initial presentation by the guest representative, yes, there's something related to this. So, beyond heart rate, something of the background. So, well-being, it's an everyday challenge everywhere, and for most of us. It's according to World Health Organization that about 78% of the health costs in European Union are lifestyle generated. Stress costs about 3 to 4% of the gross national product, and more than 60% of the adults are overweight, less exercise than ever, and our sleep time has decreased, for example in Finland, about 40 minutes. And it's not so that we slept too much in the 70s or 60s. I wonder if anybody remembers that the TV shows, I think the TV broadcasting, for example here in Finland, it stopped somewhere around 9 o'clock. And apparently we didn't have all the media there. And according to some predictions, 4 out of 5 adults would have diabetes in about 10 years if the things go as predicted. So I would say that it is a challenge. It's a challenge, and so staying healthy is about everyday choices: exercise, diet, stress management, recovery, sleep, and so on. Balanced life. Has anybody heard of this? So, actually, how many wants to be healthy? Feel good and be healthy? Is there anybody who deliberately wants to be unhealthy? Feel bad? No. So, actually, then I wonder where does the 78% come from? So, how to promote healthy everyday choices? Well, do we know what's healthy? Is it personal? Do we understand that? So, lifestyle choices do need to be taken personally. And that's where everyday computing can help us to understand, to teach us, to learn how to behave every day, to see visible. So in a way we need a personal health concerns that's with us, always present to us and helps us to make the right choices. And it's, if we want to, for example, if we don't, we need to do something actually fast. 10 years from now on, and things are getting worse and worse and worse. So, and I would say that helping people to behave in a healthy way, make them understand that what is healthy for them, it is worth money, definitely. And it's about learning, and there we do need some devices and some computing. So about first beat. We are the world leader in heartbeat analysis technology. Not everybody necessarily knows that, but actually some specific groups of people are knowing that in many Western countries. And our task is to bring user-valued information from the complex physiological signals into the real benefits. So our background is in physiological research from the University of Jyväskylä in Finland, and for example, some of these methods has been developed for the athlete monitoring, and there's been some stress research as well. And so we are located in Jyväskylä. Presently there's 20 people working, and we are growing. And so some products that are there, and with this tag analyzed by first beat. So for example, Suunto, T-series heart rate monitors, some Garmin heart rate monitors. I will tell you more about what's the content over there. In professional training or elite sports, there's 5 Formula 1 teams using these, and World Rally teams as well, Citroën and Ford, and then about 1/3 of the Premium League football teams in UK are our customers, then some customers NHL, NBA, and some other. Basically team sports where there's more money to spend. in understanding the athlete condition. And it's also used in quite many big sports in especially Europe. The biggest area, corporate wellness and our well-being in general, and for most of the time we have been working here in Finland. Finland is about 100 places where the services are being delivered based on our technology, and then there's, for example, Finnish Defence Forces, which is a big customer in this area, and we are starting to internationalize in this area. And we have, in UK we have some big customers in corporate healthcare. So that's about the present state. So here's an example of real-time monitoring in this is I think it's Buffalo Sabres in an NHL, and so they can see the real-time effects of the training and stress and recovery on the screen, and also the manager sees that the boys are really working there. So he has the same screen. Well, this is not exactly what would be for delivering health for all of us, monitoring like this, but it's a one example of this picture from Jyväskylä. So we have lakes over there, and it's a good place for developing this kind of products because a large part of our product is physiology and understanding the physiology behind, and that's how it connects to the real world. So our starting point for our technology is the beat by beat monitoring of the heart rate. It can be done with a heart rate monitor, or it can be a device like this, for example, which you can wear for 20 days, and it will collect all of the data, and it can send it as well. And we need this beat by beat information. And so this number, then it comes out as numbers, and the numbers do change in milliseconds. So there's actually quite a lot of variance in our control of the heart, which is good, because, well, first of all, it's very good that there's a signal. It's very healthy. And then the second one is that the heart rate and our cardiac system, it needs to react for different things that do happen to us, whether it's exercise, stress, or recovery, or so on. And what we do is, so there are many influences and many effects that show in our heart rate. And what we do is decode the information from the heart rate in an understandable way. So basically, we then make another model of the human body based on this information from the heart rate. It's a sort of a digital copy of the physiological parameters of the body, and it's been built using physiological information on the body functions. And then, for example, from a laboratory, this is our analysis, indirect analysis compared with laboratory and weak analysis, and we can see that the data goes quite well together. So we can get close to laboratory accuracy in many parameters. This is oxygen consumption, which is the absolute level of exercise. And well, why is this important? And why is it part of our everyday life? If we look at that graph, it's unfortunately that as we get older, our fitness levels tend to decrease. This is what happens. And if we look at here at the age of 50, okay, this is the level here which you need to perform at this activity level to be able to perform your daily things like walking upstairs. There's, for example, without taking too much effort. And if you increase here your fitness level with 20%, you can get 20 more years of quality living in that way. And I don't think that's a bad deal. But obviously we do need some devices that are with us to make us understand that it's worthwhile to make this investment for the future. So I think it's a good deal, actually. So in personal fitness instruments like heart rate monitors or or some other devices, what we can do from this data is we can provide you training effect, understanding of the training effect. If you are to improve your fitness, then you want to have a training effect. And we can tell you immediately while you are training or afterwards whether you did have a training effect from the exercise and make it effective and make it visible that you are getting results in an understandable manner. Why is it important, again, to do appropriate physical conditioning, physical training? It's not only about being as fit as possible, but you get lower risk of lifestyle diseases, diabetes, you get better physical performance, you recover faster, you get improved stress management, better sleep quality, better coping with stress, mental performance, you simply feel better, and you get better resistance to many illnesses. So this is why actually getting in better shape, better fitness, it helps you to deal with other issues in life. Then we have stress and recovery analysis. It's very important to sleep at night. That sounds like, yeah, yes. You may also be sleeping but not recovering very well. And there's a saying in Finnish that raskas työ raskaat huvit. It's a heavy work, lot of fun, basically. And it's well, actually, what it means, what it should mean actually, is that if you have a heavy work, you need to have heavy rest. You must really recover, and it must be all balanced. Here, stress is red, green is recovery, some stress, recovery at work time, very well balanced, maybe some heavy eating, the well-slept night, recovery, and then the alarm clock here. There's a demanding meeting at work, which is, you are supposed to perform at work. And so stress is positive in that way, and we can see that it changes to recovery, thrilling moving. Should you be watching some ice hockey, for example, often you can see the periods from the stress graph, but then again, well-slept night. Here, this guy has been shopping with his girlfriend, which was stressful for him, and daily activities, and then recovery. Of course, recovery at bar. So stress all night, not a single sign of recovery. And this is something that quite often happens, actually. So, for example, if you look at large databases in Finland, thousands of people, so who are stressed? And when? Well, for Finnish men, Friday nights seem to be the most toughest ones, for some reason. And Saturdays are the most stressful days, not the work days, not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, but Saturday. And Sunday, luckily, we do recover and sort of get to work. For women, it seems that on average, the evenings are more stressful than for men. It's maybe this double shift type of thing, that there's more responsibility at home for women. Well, which are the top 7 methods of preventing recovery? Recovery is, you can be very stressed, but it's very important that it doesn't, but when you don't recover at night, then it's going over the top, and then you are getting in the problems. And that's very important. So, according to these databases, the top 7 methods of failing to recover are, one is alcohol, so if that's the number 1 recovery method, it doesn't work very well. Bad fitness level, then laptops, or let's say sending and reading work email. That's a very specific stress peak that can influence your recovery for a couple of hours. And that's quite often happens.